Zacks Screen of the Week, an overview of a timely stock screening strategy aimed at helping you produce more profitable investing results. It's been a while, but we're back now, and we're going to show you this time around how you can screen for stocks that may provide some explosive returns. I'm going to welcome back our top stock screener, Kevin Matras here, who's actually going to be the one to show you all of that. So let me just clarify here, as far as the exact title of the piece, for those people referring to it in text on our website. Exact title, 2 items added to the Zacks Rank for explosive returns. Now, you've talked about this one before. Am I correct in saying that this is good in most markets?
Yeah, but let's talk about this very first thing. This is the first video in our new studio.
It is.
This is the more intimate conversational setting. We have a larger roundtable setting that we're going to start using in a couple of weeks, but there's a great deal of excitement, Terry. This is the first video.
It's in the air.
Good. So yeah, the screen that I'm talking about today is called the Filtered Zacks Rank 5. So one of my favorite screens. And the interesting thing is that there's literally only 3 items that go into this screen. The thing I like about it, though, the most is that, yeah, it does work in both up and down markets, but it makes the stock selection process easier and more profitable.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because if you take a look at the Zacks #1 ranked stocks, there are over 200 stocks ranked to #1 at any given point in time. So you need a way to be able to narrow that down to a smaller, more manageable list of companies. And these 2 filters that we add to it narrow it down to a handful of stocks, and the returns are even better. So that's why this is one of my favorite screens.
All right, well, let's get to it. Set it up for us.
Yeah, so the screen starts off, of course, with the Zacks rank, and we want only those that have a Zacks #1 rank. And since it does produce an average annual return of over 26% per year, I can think of no better way to start off a stock screen.
Okay.
The next filter is I'm looking at the percent change in Q1 estimates over 4 weeks, and I want that to be greater than 0. And very simply, you know, I'm looking for companies that are seeing positive earnings estimate revisions over the current quarter. Now, it should be known that the Zacks rank already looks at earnings estimate revisions for the current year, which is F1, and the next year, which is F2. So your medium term and your longer term are already taken care of with those 2 items. But this additional item, the Q1, this looks at the more immediacy. This is the thing that's right above you, right in front of you. So your short term is also covered with this item as well. And the whole premise with this item is that companies that are receiving upward earnings estimate revisions have a tendency of receiving even more upward earnings estimate revisions. So by looking at the short term, medium term, and long term, you've covered the whole gamut. So I like that.
Got it.
The next item is the percent broker rating change over 4 weeks, and I'm looking for the top 5 stocks. So I'm looking for the top 5 stocks that have the biggest average broker rating change, or biggest upgrade, if you will. Now, I'm not a big fan of the average broker rating per se, because I know that the average broker rating oftentimes is skewed to the upside. The overwhelming majority of average broker ratings, you know, have a bullish bias to it. But that's one of the reasons why this is in here, because if you have the most bullish group on the planet getting bearish on your stock, bad things are going to happen to it. So I want to make sure that these companies are being upgraded by the brokers who are following it, and I'm looking at just the top 5. Plus 2, there are a ton of stats that shows that companies receiving upgrades outperform companies that have no broker rating change, and they significantly outperform companies that have downgrades. So this is the last of the items that are added to this screen, and these 2 filters combined to the Zacks rank produces some powerful returns.
Now, as I understand it, you have results on this particular screen that date back to the year 2000?
Yeah, so, you know, I back tested this, and you always want to know how successful your screens have done in the past, so you have some indication as to how it's going to do in the future. I back tested this over the last 14 3/4 years. And by the way, I should say too, I created this screen probably about 10 years ago.
Oh.
So this screen has produced year after year after year after year out of sample. But anyways, over the last 14 3/4 years, from the year 2000 through August of 2014, just last month, using a 1-week rebalance, this screen has showed an average annual return of 59.2% versus the S&P's 3.8. And so far this year, it's up 43.9%, which is more than 4 times the S&P's 9.8% total return. So it is a fantastic screen. And again, 5 stocks, very manageable, big returns. I should also say, too, for people watching this screen comes loaded with the Research Wizard, which is where I do all my screening, I do all my back testing. It's a predefined screen, and it's in the SOW folder, or the Screen of the Week folder, and it's called Filtered Zacks Rank 5. Very easy to find, awesome screen.
All right. So you mentioned 5 stocks. Which are you going to highlight for us that
Can't
came
give
through?
you all 5, Terry, but I'm going to give you 3 of them.
All right.
And 3 of the stocks is Almost Family, Delec Logistics, and DTS. I think Almost Family is in the healthcare industry, Delec is an oil and gas company, and I think DTSI, they are an internet software company. Great stocks, very diverse set of companies that comes through the screen, but I just love this screen, and if somebody's looking for a way to pick winners, I think this is one of the best ways to do so.
All right. Do you own any?
Not at the moment, but if you ask me in a couple of days, I'll probably say yes.
All right. Well, I don't know if we'll have time to circle back, but if you would like to see a text version of this week's screen, all you need to do is get over to Zacks.com and link to it right off the home page. And if you want to see more information on the Research Wizard, that's the tool that Kevin uses to achieve all of these screens, as he told you, then Zacks.com/Research Wizard is the place to go on the internet. And this is our first new episode here for Zacks.com in video form, and we hope you'll keep checking back for more going forward. In the meantime, with Kevin Matras and the Screen of the Week, I'm Terry Ruffalo.